Hi everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon, and welcome to another Abyssal Legendary Hero battle. Today we are taking down the Undaunted Queen, Elincia, and we are going to earn the very fitting Gold Deer Insignia, or as it should be called, the Golden Deer Insignia. Anyway, this map was actually surprisingly not that bad. I actually had a harder time on the Infernal version of this than the Abyssal one. The Abyssal one was relatively easy to solve after figuring out the Infernal map, and really the main issue is just playing around Elincia, because with her warp movement she basically covers like half the map, and there are some annoying enemies that spawn in, and the fact that she has so much coverage does make it very tricky to bait out these enemies and clear them up before they overwhelm you with reinforcements. But with some good positioning, it's actually not that difficult to deal with, especially considering Elincia herself is very dedicated to player phasing, and on enemy phase she's not too difficult to deal with. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a quick look at our combatants this time around. As usual, leading the charge is our dear Professor Byleth, who is just running his standard DR stacking, DR piercing duelist set. Very fun, very simple, and it works out well for making him a solid offensive and defensive option for this map. Next up is our good boy Ninja Korin, who is running his Gale Force set to help us clear out some of the reinforcements a little easier. He's also running Fury in his seal to help him chip himself down a little bit better, just in case Azura needs 2 Wings of Mercy to him. However, it's not that important on this particular map because our units are so bunched up due to Elincia's long reach, making it a little difficult to have the units go off on their own. Speaking of making her Abyssal debut is our wonderful songstress Azura, and she is just running her Gale Force Dancer set to help clear out some enemies and then turn around and support the team with her wonderful songs. And finally is our good boy Klein, who is here to give us some ranged attacks. It's decently hard with multiple attacks that are bolstered with Azura giving him extra actions. Unfortunately, he doesn't actually do additional damage to Elincia despite her being a flyer because she is running Iote's shield, but I wanted to dust him off and give him a chance to shine because he hasn't done a whole lot lately, and I thought it was nice to get him off the bench. And he does still have those brave attacks to help chip through some of the other bulky enemies on here. So with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and charge into battle and take out yet another queen. Alright, so immediately we need to swap our units around a little bit, and we want to have Azura off on her own over here because she can use her warp movement to catch back up with the group without having to go around these pillars here, which will help save us some time and deal with enemies a little faster. And we also want Korin over here so that he can help by starting with pulling up Klein with reposition. Then we're going to have Azura warp over next to our Professor, and Byleth will move up as well, while Klein just moves over one space to get into position for next turn. They're going to start moving down, and if we had moved Byleth into this space here to bait out and take on the Axe Cav, unfortunately Elincia would have rocketed down towards us and taken us out, so we had to play that a little safer and a little slower for our turn 1, which is a little unfortunate, but we'll make up for the slower start by starting to take out some enemies with Sings and Gale Forces. So to start, we're going to have Klein move in and shoot down the Bowflyer, take him down with no issue, and next we'll have Azura move in and Sing for him so that he can move over and take on the Blue Mage. Hit him with a Deadeye, and bam, take him down in 2 shots. Just barely missed the 1 shot, but that is fine. Next, we're going to have our Professor move in and take on the Axe Cav. Hit him with an immediate Vital Astra, and just rip right through him. Never stood a chance. But we do need to get Byleth out of the way because Elincia can reach, and she will do too much damage for him even with his damage reduction, so we're going to just pull him back with Corrin and pass turn. Red Cav attacks in Decline, who, thanks to the res boost from his seal, is able to barely survive that hit and then kill on the counterattack by outspeeding naturally, and now is ready to move in and attack some more units. We're going to start by having Byleth reposition Corrin up so that he can move in and attack the Lance Fighter. Jab, jab, and down you go. He's going to trigger his Gale Force so he can move again, but first we're going to send Klein over to take out the Blue Thief. 2 hits, once again fells him before he can get counterattacked. Having the Brave weapon is very useful here. Again, someone like Claude probably could have worked just as well if not better, but I wanted to give Klein a little bit of a chance to shine. And next we're going to have Azura move up and sing for him, and he's going to move over and take out the Green Flyer. Shoost him over 100 damage and drops him down. And now we're going to just have Corrin pull Klein out of the way. He's not in immediate danger, but still want to get him pulled back a little bit. This leaves Corrin in a better position once the Lance Fighter spawns in, so he can move in and attack and trigger his Gale Force. And now we can finish him off. Down you go. And we're going to send Byleth up to take out the Axe Fighter. No problems. And just to be safe, we're going to have Azura sing for Corrin and get him out of the way. He wasn't in immediate danger, but just want to be safe rather than leave him at risk. The clerics are now attacking and doing some decent chip damage to us and hit us with gravity, which is a little annoying, but we can still deal with it. We're going to now send Klein to attack Elincia. Bam bam. Couldn't quite take her down because of that Iote shield, making her deceptively tanky, but did get some good damage on her, and she can't counterattack. Next we're going to send Azura in to attack the cleric. 2 hits, triggers our Gale Force, and now she can move again, and she can now move over and take on the queen, show her who the real queen is with a very nice amount of damage, and drops down the biggest threat of the map. And now it's just cleanup, so we're going to have our professor take out the Troubadour with a Vital Astra, drops him like no problem, and heals up a little bit with his finish skill, and then we will just move Corrin up and then pass. The green bat moves in to attack Byleth, but is not doing very much at all after our damage reduction, and we're going to just retaliate with another Vital Astra. No problems, don't even need the double, and down they go. And from there, it's just sending up Byleth to finish off the Lance Cav. Take a little bit of damage on counterattack, but that is fine. The battle is won. And there we go. With that, we have earned the Gold Deer insignia. So like I said, not a terribly difficult battle. It looks much more intimidating than it actually was, and that was pretty much entirely just due to Elincia herself having massive map coverage and hitting very hard. But once we were able to bait her down into a position where we could safely initiate on her, even she wasn't too much of an issue. So with that, the Angel Army has cleared another Abyssal and claimed another accessory. So, thank you guys, as always, so much for watching. And until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon and the Angel Army, signing out.